There are some very basic features when it comes to Google's calendar scheduler in terms of pooled resources, allowing multiple people to potentially take the booking or take the appointment. What are your thoughts on the hierarchy of using G-Scheduler with a round-robin sales system? Have you seen such a thing working for a sales team with multiple members? Okay, I'm assuming this person is referring to Google Calendar scheduling and using that for a sales system. Now, it doesn't have a particularly sophisticated round-robin system for sales. So give it a go. If you want to get the basics done, you can set up appointments using Google Calendar with multiple team members delivering on them. But if you want to get a bit more advanced, then you might want to look for a third-party solution. Let's jump into Google Calendar and have a look at how you might do the basics, and then I'll give you a bit of an idea of where you might look for an external app to do things differently. So if I jump into my Google Calendar here, I'm going to create an area here for appointments by dragging and dropping, and then I can go and click Appointment Schedule, and it's going to allow me to create an appointment schedule. Now, I've already got one set up, which is called Sync, which lets people book into my calendar for a call, which is just a 30-minute appointment slot. But I'm going to go ahead and create a new appointment schedule, which is going to give me a fresh appointment schedule here. I'll go continue. And let's see if I can add some extra people in here. So I can add co-hosts, and I'll go and add my producer here, Georgia, and Jill, as well as co-hosts. You can see here they can be co-hosts of the appointment, and I can choose when these appointments are available, how long they are, all the basic things, right? Like, how much lag time do you need before someone can actually schedule that in? And then I can choose things like, okay, buffer time between meetings, blah, blah, blah. All those things are available there. I can choose, okay, which calendar do I want it to go on? Do I want it to check my personal calendar, check for any conflicts and avoid those conflicts? Effectively, it allows someone to be a co-host to the meeting, and I don't necessarily have to show up myself. So let's go ahead and save this meeting, and then let's open the booking page. And on the booking page, if I put in myself as a dummy, so I'll put in my personal email address as a dummy, book a meeting. Okay, cool. So I've got a booking confirmed. I've pretended to be a client. I've got that slot booked in, and this should appear. Here we go. Great. So this booking has now appeared on the calendar of Peter Moriarty for Friday. Now, it's got co-hosts here, and notice how Georgia is there and Jill is there. They've been invited. If I was to not show up, I won't hit the delete event button because it's actually going to remove it from my calendar. If I was to just not show up to that meeting, Georgia and Jill could still handle the meeting. So it's not really a technical round robin, as we would say, like a round robin is assigning to multiple people in order or choosing from a pool of resources and then choosing the next available resource or the person who has the most available time on their calendar. All those kind of mechanics are not really available here. But it will let you have multiple people from your team potentially serve someone who's making bookings. Now, if you want to get a bit more sophisticated, you want to move to something like Calendly would probably be my recommendation. Another one which is really well regarded is called Acuity Scheduling. So I'd recommend you consider either one of these, and there are many other options out there available on the market as well. Now, the reason that we went with Calendly was we have two sales teams as they cover different time zones. We have our Asia Pacific team who cover Australia, New Zealand, and all of our customers around Asia as well. And then we have our US-based team who cover the Americas, North, South America, Canada, and everyone in that time zone. Now, if someone's in Europe, sorry, we don't have a 24-hour team yet, but if you're happy to stay up late or get up early, then our team will be very, very happy to work with you. We have customers in 30 countries, so very happy to take your business. But we needed a calendar system where customers could go to our website and book in a consultation. And this is, what the consultation page looks like. Pretty straightforward. It's just a form. And on the thank you page for that, there's a scheduler. And so someone goes through to the thank you page and they've got the option to choose a time that is available. And what we wanted was to connect the calendars of our Australian team and connect the calendar of our US team and basically have a simple button that the customer could click, and the customer can just choose a time that works for them. Now you can see here, considering we've got staff in 2 time zones, I happen to be on Vietnam time at the moment, I could choose anywhere from very, very early for me, middle of the night, which would be US business hours when I'm here, right through to afternoon here, which would be late afternoon in Sydney and any time here during the day in Australia. And you can see there's even times here available for my very late evening, which is when our East Coast team are coming online in the US time zone. From a customer's perspective, they just see one list of times that are convenient and that are going to work for them based on whatever time zone they're in. On the back end of that, what our teams see is our automatic resource being available across multiple team members and multiple time zones. I'm going to see if I can find meetings here. Unfortunately, I can't demo this because this was set up through a team account, not my account personally. The teams are all set up across time zones and everyone just works to their own hours on their own calendar. Calendly is like the brain that sits in the middle and exposes those times to different people. Now, you can do things like say, hey, we want these 2 staff members to be the first people that receive the booking preference, and then only after their calendars are full, give it to other people. Or you can do a round robin where it says, okay, give different sales leads to different people in the right order so that everybody gets a fair turn of the sales leads that are coming through. In our case, we said we want to optimize for maximum availability. We want to be as convenient as possible for our customers. So just open everyone's calendars, doesn't matter who it is, and just make as many times as available as possible for our customers so we can be as convenient as possible when they want to book in. I love this system. Yeah, sure, it's another app that we got to pay for, but very useful for our sales team.
If you need more help with what we've covered in this video, IT Genius provides support services to businesses all over the world with problems just like this. Click the link below to get started.